Hello lovely people out there, I'm Sebastian from Tompedia. I'm gonna show you how to play the playing style I played in the beginning of the video, so have fun. Okay, so on our website we have the Capo playing style, but there are two different versions. It's basically the same melody, but with classical guitars it's played in the 5th fret, so Capo in the 5th fret, and steel string guitars is in the 7th fret. It's just because classical guitars, most of them just have the body or the neck joining the body at the 12th fret, so it's hard to play it on the classical guitar with the Capo on the 7th fret. But I think it sounds a little more sweeter if you play it with the 7th fret. Make sure your guitar is tuned, because lots of guitars are detuned when you put a Capo on, so that's what we are doing in Tompedia, of course. So the melody starts with the G chord, the normal G chord, and I'm with my right hand I'm picking the bass. It's just G string and D string, so it's like the whole song is like a picking pattern, and it's always this bass. I'm gonna play the first chord very slowly so you can read it in a tab. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm playing a G chord. So it's a basic picking pattern, and then I'm doing a hammer on here from 2nd to 3rd fret. So this is a hammer on, and I'm playing it with the thumb and index finger, the D and G string after that. So it's. And I let the G string just ring out very beautifully, so everything is ringing into another, so it's. And the second time, when I hit the G string, I'm changing the chord to E minor. By the way, I'm thinking in a normal standard tuning, because of course this is a D major chord, but if you have Capo on the 7th fret, it's more easy to just think in normal tuning. So okay, the second time I'm hitting the G string, I let it ring, and I change the chord to E minor, so it's. So it rings into another. And I'm doing the same pattern. Just with a little variation on the E string with my ring finger. And then I'm doing that's like a D7 with a F sharp in the bass, and I'm doing a hammer on there with my index finger on the B string. So it's 2nd fret thumb on the E string, and 2nd fret on the G string. So, and I'm playing the G string and the B string together. And I'm doing a pull off there and let it ring again and change back to the G major chord. It sounds like this. E minor, and then the hammer on, pull off, back to G major, again with a little variation, so I'm fretting the 3rd fret there. Now the next part is C major, but with an open G string, so I'm just using index finger, ring finger and little finger for this chord. So G string and E string are ringing, just open strings. And it's the same picking pattern, so it's thumb and index, thumb and middle finger together. And now I'm sliding 2 frets higher, just with my little finger, and do the same chord, but now it's a D major chord, still with an open G string. So it's. And now I'm fretting, and so this is a little more complicated. I'm fretting at the 5th fret with my middle finger now, and slide down to the 3rd fret. So it's. And now I'm back to, that's like a B minor chord, or you can see it as a G major chord, but a G major 7 chord. But I would say it's a B minor chord. So it's and then 3rd fret B string, and back to C major again. So it's and if you just when you're doing the slides, I would recommend just do the slide just with one note. Same with this note, which slides down, because it's much more easy to play. So you don't slide the whole chord because it's too hard to play. So it's just one note, again one note, and back to C major and G major. And I'm doing a hammer on again with D major and F sharp in the bass. Pull off, back to G major. So I'm playing the whole part very slowly, and then we're gonna do the ending because it's a little more difficult lick. So it's and now, so the ending is a little lick from D major to G major, and all I'm doing is I'm playing a D major. It's way easier if you play it with your fingers. Don't use a pick because it's very hard to play with a pick. So if you use your fingers, just do this. It's a normal D major chord, and I'm playing thumb, index, middle, and ring finger. And it's like doing a little arpeggio, and then I'm doing a hammer on and a pull off with my little finger and 2 pull offs. So it's just pick one note, hammer on, pull off, pull off. So I'm not playing these notes with my fingers. It's just hammer on, 2 pull offs, and then I'm playing backwards. Another pull off again, 4th fret with my little finger, and then I'm doing a little arpeggio again. So it's middle, index, thumb. It's very important that you play it with these fingers because it makes sense in the end. So if you do it with different fingers, you maybe have trouble playing it. So it's middle, index, thumb again, pull off to 2nd fret, another pull off, so it's hammer on the A string to 2nd fret with my thumb, so it's thumb, hammer on, index, middle, and G string rings out, and then we play the last note with our thumb very softly, the G note there. So the whole lick I play very slowly for you, so you can read it on the tab and play it with me. So it's so. That's it. Alright, I hope you could follow the lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to write them down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share the channel. And if you want to hear more of those instruments, just go to the link in the description below and go to tonepedia.com, and yeah, see you next time.